He doesn't even look him in the eyes.
Right.
He looks off into the distance.
Like, hell no.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me, Sean Tank Topper, over here at the Burlington Bar. Season 1, Episode 9, See How They Fly. It's the last Watchmen episode of this season, and it has been quite a fucking season.
It's been a journey, dog.
Man, endings are hard.
I thought it landed
A little too neat.
I like the my first initial reaction is that I enjoyed it, especially as far as like having closure with questions that I had. But I will say that like some of the things is kind of like, and all the bad guys went away. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the only thing that is a little too like un-Watchmen-esque.
I'm ready to get into it. You guys ready to go?
yes.
All right. When you thought this shit couldn't get any weirder, couldn't get any kind of more randomized, and
The lotion is fake cum.
to
she.
replace that.
Yeah.
That'd be a bummer. Like when the test guy comes in, it's like,
That's hilarious.
that's lotion. That's whatever.
The test guy's eating it.
She's literally transferring everything
Exactly.
about Ozymandias
Right.
into herself.
I like spite insemination.
I'm like
Inseminate.
95% sure this is how Baron Trump was born.
Doesn't look like an
Statue.
elephant dude with the trunk right there, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh, but yeah.
I also love her winter wear.
Yeah.
I want one for Chicago.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no shit.
It's like the second you see Lady True, you're like, fucking tiger mom, overachiever, narcissist. You could just see her like reading a report card and being like, an A? A fucking A? Lady True's good at like putting on different faces, and like when she first gets there, she looks all real humble and excited.
Yeah.
Mr. Veidt, I'm your daughter. Prove it. All right. Oh, Mr. Veidt, I'm your daughter. Oh, it's conclusive. I am literally your comeuppance.
She said, "Hi, I'm sample 2346." It's like, I'll never call you daughter.
Unless I
Yeah.
need to write it out in bodies to get you
Right.
out of
Right.
this bull-
Adrian could have at any moment done what John did and became Dr. Manhattan. In the book, it's, you know, he's like, to the layman, John has no emotions, but to me, he might as well have been sobbing. And it's like, Ozzy is like that too. To the layman, he has no morals. This guy actually has a code he follows. He made a shit cake, probably. Yeah, I think he made a shit
You made a
cake.
shit cake.
I didn't even think about that.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
What did you think was chocolate?
He made a shit cake because he's in like the stables
Well,
almost.
I didn't even
right?
like look at the color. Like, I didn't think that heavy
No,
on it.
yeah,
But we had
it's
seen it so many times. I didn't even think about this one time.
Well, I
One
just
time it's
thought
duty.
that.
I love how fucking Bugs Bunny this is.
I know. Like, it is total.
Stop. I will not.
Oh my god.
His final words to him
I
Yeah, I
are
know.
so perfect.
I love the fact that they didn't punt on this, so they didn't decide to give it some.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they just went.
It was like, nah, he's still an asshole.
Yeah, this isn't the final battle between Obi-Wan and Maul. He's waiting.
waiting.
He's waiting for it.
What's up, worthy?
You feel for him, sort.
No.
He doesn't even look him in the eyes.
Right.
He looks off into the distance.
Like, hell no.
I'm like, dang, is he my dad?
I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
There you go.
I have to admit, I was pretty surprised when the images from the probe came back.
That she has been craving her entire life is that he needs her. He needs her.
No more chalky moo until you say it.
My God, you actually built it.
This is like if Vader could talk to Kylo Ren, he'd be like, no.
Yeah, it actually sucks.
But now you could do birthday parties and shit.
You can do parties and shit. And he's literally been doing birthday parties the entire episode.
What? The old white guy in a wheelchair with the business suit was racist? What?
No way.
Initials for Oklahoma is also the symbol that they keep throwing up for the Cyclops.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma. It goes all the way to the top.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
If he came out as Dr. Manhattan saying, "Oh, I'm Dr. Manhattan. I'm the same Dr. Manhattan there was before," I'd become this world's version of a flat earther. I'd become
Right.
a flat asser. I'd be like, that's not the real Dr. Manhattan.
Right.
Flat ass.
Oh my god.
That ass is not there. Where did it go?
Hey, like Dr. Manhattan does look pretty vulnerable, like in like just having his dick out around these people. Like that's not. Like, he just seems like he's sitting on his feet and shit too. That's the most I'm like scared and vulnerable pose ever, dog.
Stop. Also, if I'm in her position, I'm like, there's no way they figured out the technology to turn him into Dr. Manhattan. I would be like, just scared that I was gonna get my skin melted off because they fucked up the machine or something. So like,
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no way. There's literally 0% chance that this machine that they have built is going to turn him into Dr. Manhattan.
Like, have they made like a Dr. Manhattan dog or something like that? Have they made like Dr.
Right,
Manhattan
Yeah, you can't
monkeys?
test it.
Like, have they road tested this at all?
True just told me an hour ago that you were gonna try this and that she was gonna stop you.
I would have been like, you know what?
Go do it.
Yeah, do it, do it.
Fucking do it.
Knock yourself out.
Yeah. Ooh, I can't wait to see my new Mr. Dr. Manhattan.
Right.
Go on, get in there.
Was that Regina
And
King
then-
impression you did with that? Ooh, I can't wait to see Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
Yes.
So she's an Aunt Jemima. now?
Yeah, that was my mammy. That was my mammy voice. This show's for adults. This show's for adults. Save all your fucking comments. Shove them right up your ass. Fucking cancel these nuts.
I am not here right now.
Here and you're not here all at once, Smoke.
You're proving Keen right now. It is so hard to be a white man right now. And again, I like the design. I love that we got the Kirkland brand and then we got the Apple brand.
Yeah.
Equally pieces of shit. It's just one is overpriced
Right.
and fancy looking.
This is underwhelming for me though. It's a light show.
I don't know, man.
Like it's kind of underwhelming for me, bro. Like most strip clubs have these.
Coming onto our stage right now. Give it up for Chastity.
Miss you, Spetchy. What a pleasant surprise.
Oh, I like the little reunion.
Yeah, Juice Pezic. Like no one has said that last name the entire show.
I know, I was like, thank
Oh,
God I
yeah.
finally know how to pronounce this Polish ass last
Bro,
name.
I was like, damn.
Juice Pezic.
Yeah, I'm like, I can say it now.
It's like when we did Game of Thrones, and it's like I love that I was singing the praises of the composer, a man whose work I love, but whose name I had never heard spoken out loud.
Right.
And then the comment section immediately was like, why can't you pronounce his name? Do you hate him? Do you want him to die? We're the internet. Do The Witcher. Do The Witcher. Do the season finale right now. Do The Witcher. Do Chernobyl. That would be a fun reaction.
Okay, I'm sorry. When they just kind of liquefy all these.
I know, bro.
It was a little too easy.
This I was waiting for a little more. You fuckers want your white utopia? Send their asses to Europa.
They didn't fuck around, love that
that's
shit.
kind of nice.
They didn't fuck around, love that
love
shit.
it.
Yeah.
But they just get beamed to the Enterprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have rather them dying slow.
Ooh, this shit hot.
Baby squids falling out of the sky. When's the last time? 3 weeks ago.
All right, this is where my problems with the episode start to.
What?
The tide starts to hit the shore.
from
This
the-
whole scenario is a little too easy and forgiving for our heroes. The price that they should have had to pay in order for this to have worked.
Some people should die.
Ozzy says everyone within a 5-block radius is
That's
going
what-
to.
yeah.
He used the word obliterated, and it's like, dude, we're from Chicago. We've seen hail.
That's just
We've
hail.
seen-
It
Right,
wasn't that bad.
Right.
Then it puts Looking Glass in this position of like, I'm in the driver's seat
Right.
in New York.
Of a squid attack.
I'm in the driver's seat of a squid attack. I now have come full circle. I understand the thought process behind why it was done. I feel dirty for doing it. Then it could have stretched even further to Will and the kids at the theater. Once again, Tulsa is being utterly destroyed. Beginning of his story and the end of his story, they both begin and end with the utter destruction of Tulsa, Oklahoma. His beginning and to becoming Hooded Justice. Now the second one could become her beginning into
Like
whatever
if she
she's
lost
about to
her, lost her
become.
whole family.
Right.
No, but I'm saying like Red Scare, Pirate Jenny, everyone who was out on
Red Scare
the
should've
newspaper
fucking
guy,
died.
the newspaper guy.
Red
dead.
Scare should have fucking died.
Yeah, I was thinking, oh shit, everyone's gonna die, but no. Apparently, you just have a plastic thing over your head,
But like,
and you're all
but
right.
Yeah.
Red Scare didn't have shit though.
His fist with metabolism. He just ate the sandwich.
And he had a skull cap on. I tweaked. I forgot about the skull cap.
Now, what do you think that this is supposed to?
Because she sees herself as Jesus.
I think if you put Jesus in stuff, people think shit's deep. It's like when fucking Zack Snyder physically made Superman specifically 33 years old.
Right, and stand in front of a fucking stained glass
and then had him go,
That was gross.
I wonder what it meant.
Like, it would have been.
No one else got an injury that severe though, but
I
her.
know.
Right, yeah. Her and her $1 billion thing are the only things that get destroyed. Not even her
Like,
stormtroopers.
Why doesn't he have holes in him?
And Red Scare has a tracksuit on.
Like, it's not going through their skin.
So he's going through glass.
Yeah,
Like,
It's
everybody
not,
should be
they're
like.
fine. That's a little crazy.
That-
That's
yeah, so yeah.
And of all the times and opportunities to play it safe, and this show has not.
Right.
Now is when we play it
That
safe.
was crazy. That was crazy.
But then
This scene is delightful.
But then this is so good.
I feel like a lesser writer would have had Hood of Justice been like, okay, now you know everything. I have to obligatorily die now.
Yeah, right. I like. Yeah.
And then he just falls asleep and then dies.
Save the dream.
He just falls and becomes a hood with a blazer over
Yeah,
it.
he's just a hood with a rope and Darth Vader's just kicking it
For a second,
around.
it was-
I was worried because it mirrored
But it wasn't.
the late June inviting her home to Tulsa, her inviting him home to
Okay,
Tulsa. I'm like,
yeah.
are they gonna kill Angela
Oh,
right
God,
now?
no.
She's gonna put him in the car and have a heart attack.
That's what I thought.
She should get you back to civilization.
It's also a cool line when like they showed the owl ship and the snow speeder from when they go to Antarctica, and after they show the snow speeder, he walks off and says it's been a hoot. Like that shit's funny as fuck.
Have the audacity. Ooh. That guy talks too much.
That is the most cliched line ever. I'm so disappointed in LG for, and then throwing it over his shoulder like fucking, like fucking J.J. Abrams came in to direct that scene, and then Ryan Johnson came in to direct that scene.
I also didn't think they needed the voiceover of him explaining it again.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
they should have
sure,
just
sure.
had her staring at an egg, maybe flash back to her staring at his egg, but you didn't need the talking. But I didn't hate it as much as I was like.
Oh no, and that final shot is
I
great.
love
Yeah.
it. I know. I
That's
love
nice.
that.
I know Tarantino probably loved it.
If this is the only season, I think that it's like, yeah, it's the whole Schrodinger's cat, where it's like there's one timeline where she is Dr. Manhattan, and there's another timeline where she isn't.
There's a very Damon Lindelof opening to season 2. Having this whole moment, takes the shoes off. Tarantino fucking having a great time here.
Rough ass feet though.
Foot goes out. It opens with her in the same moment. She falls into the pool.
Oh,
You can see it kind of moving.
yeah.
Endings are hard, like you said. They're hard, but by and large, this is like one of the best shows that I've seen.
I feel like this show fucking Usain bolted its way all the way, and then fucking like just like tripped head, still made it past the finish line, just like head first, like
Just a tiny bit, and not even in such a way that I could even really get that mad at.
Dude, are we gonna get a season 2? Will there be a season 2? It's made by adult nerds. It's for adult nerds. Very often, you have to choose one or the other in entertainment. Are
Yeah.
you an adult or are you a nerd?
Right.
And it's just always a pleasure to have both.
When they-
You don't have to, but
I'd love to see it.
I
but,
want to
you know.
hang out with that little kid, Topher, and his mom, like Angela. I love them together. I'd hang out with them more, and Looking Glass, I'd hang out with him more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, yeah, absolutely.
if this is a one and done, I feel like you should like to like spare your OCD fans some unnecessary heartache when you come out with the Blu-ray. Just like cut out all scenes involving Lube Man. Not because I don't like Lube Man, but because it's like if this is all we get, its relevancy is null and void.
Right.
I like that it was just